Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's really good to talk to you again. In today's video, we're going to be working on the kitchen. You know that the kitchen is the bane of my existence. It's where everything goes to die because I have very loving, sensitive, clingy babies right now. And the kitchen is it's a place where it kind of doesn't get as much love as it needs sometimes. And that's just kind of what I have to deal with, but I'm going to share it with you because I'm working on being better about it. First off, I'm going to have to focus on garbage and the things that are on the floor so that I can actually walk around. And I'm grateful to have my husband's help. I know I get a lot of comments about that. But you know what? Sometimes we need to just mind our business and worry about what we've got going on and not what everyone else needs to do to help us. You know, I do get plenty of help and I appreciate all the comments and suggestions that I need to advocate for myself and get help from the adults in the house. But at the end of the day, we all have our own obligations. We have set expectations for ourselves that are meant to be kept because I don't go to work every day. I obviously, yes, I'm a mother and that is a full-time position, but also that also means that I have some of the housekeeping duties, and if I don't do them, I can't be upset at other people for not doing something that I should have done in the first place. You know, that might be a place where we need to agree to disagree and not see eye to eye. But at the end of the day, this is my life, and I'm just sharing it with you and in hopes to be better. There are things that I will take advice on, and some things I'm just not willing to take advice on. That's a decision I had to make for myself. So, anyways, after everything is off the floor, we're really just going to work on dishes and keeping laundry going, cycling out. I know I just did all the laundry in the last video, but you know what? Laundry is part of life, and it snuck up on me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tackle the pantry shelf that we have in here. This duplex is, I think, it's anywhere between 1,000 and 1,100 square feet. Because I know the whole house is around 2,000 square feet divided by 2, blah, blah, blah. Although the other side has more space. So I'm pretty sure this is around anywhere between 900 and 1,000 square feet. Anyways, it's not a lot of space for 2 babies, 4 dogs, and 3 adults. We live in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm not sure about other countries, but I know in the United States, the cost of living and rent is just astronomically high. And it's almost getting to the point where I'm using budgeting tactics to stay afloat right now. But that just doesn't leave any wiggle room, and I can't afford to live anywhere bigger. So what does that mean? That means that I need to downsize. I know that. Yes, I know. I need to declutter. I need to downsize. Thank you for everyone who left a comment on my last video asking me to do a decluttering video. I definitely am going to be doing that and sharing that with you. Recently, I have been doing a lot of decluttering. I just haven't been filming it because it is quite a stressful process for me. It can be overwhelming and it can take a lot longer than I want it to. But that's just me having to learn how to break generational habits. I think it will be good to share it with you guys, and I'm going to be working on that. I did film a little bit yesterday, and I got the shelf in the living room all cleared off. It's starting to come together nicely, but I know that it's going to take me a little bit longer than I want it to. So don't expect too much, but I'm going to be trying as best I can to put out some decluttering videos or even just fit it in here and there when I get the chance to do it. Decluttering can be even more stressful when you have small children who want to like play with everything that you're bringing out. And so when you don't have a place to put the stuff that you're taking out from the place that it was currently living, and then it's getting taken all around everywhere else in the house, it gets really overwhelming. And so that's a big reason why I haven't decided to tackle that project or multiple projects yet. But as I do, you will definitely see it. For now, we're going to be doing lots of, what we've been doing. I'm just trying to live and stay afloat and be happy about it. I finally am feeling so much better than I was. I'm learning how to toughen up just a little bit so that I can continue on with life, even if it doesn't feel great. I'm learning to be uncomfortable because I know that growth happens in places where you're uncomfortable. In this video, I got a little bit, actually got a lot done. I didn't get a little bit done, I got a lot done. But the big thing that I tackled was the pantry shelf. So because this place is so small, this is how we have created the space that we need, is these shelving units. And they're unorganized, mostly because I don't really know how to organize them well, but I'm doing my best and I'm learning as I go. If you have any suggestions on how to organize these shelves without telling me to get rid of everything on them, then I will be very receptive. You might see the cabinets in this kitchen and wonder what's in them. A bunch of random things, I think. A lot of it does get used, but it doesn't get used as much because it's really, really hard to make these cabinets usable. So the ones across from the washer are where we keep our dishes, and definitely those are the ones that are used the most because it's got like plates, cups, bowls, and that's actually pretty much it. But the cupboard above the stove to the right has all of our seasonings. That one is used second most. Those are the two most functional cabinets in the kitchen. The ones to the left of the oven are the shelves in them are kind of bowed, so it's really hard to fit things in there. They're an awkward height, but there's food in there and some dishes. So there's food on one side, dishes on another side. Mostly our bigger drinking receptacles, I don't know, like our hydro flasks and things are in there. The cupboards on the bottom, only the one to the right of the stove is really functional. It holds the toaster, the Instant Pot, and our rice cooker. I know someone mentioned in my comments that they had never seen someone with as many appliances as I have. I just thought that was really funny. It didn't bother me as much as they probably intended it to, but that's such a weird thing to point out, I feel like. But also, every single appliance that I have makes my life better, and I wouldn't have it if it didn't. I'm not someone that will hold on to those things just for the face value of them. If it's not serving me for appliances, I'm not just going to keep holding on to it. I tend to hold on to little things, surprisingly, not bigger things. So, my point by saying that is that I'm not just collecting appliances. So I want to switch gears a little bit, and I wanted to first ask, what length of video do you prefer? When I was originally editing this video, I told you guys that I had around 2 weeks of footage in one video, and it was around 45 minutes long. And I was telling my husband and my mom, and we all kind of just decided together, like, well, I decided, and then they told me, yeah, like, that makes sense. That 45 minutes is just way too long for a video. Would have been the last video's footage and then this footage that you're seeing now in one video. My question is that too much? Is that too long? Would that be too much of me talking? Or is this too short? Or is this perfect? Because this video right now is around 18 minutes and 34 seconds exactly, actually. And I think that's pretty perfect, but let me know if you would like to see more or less, or if this is a good amount of time to watch a video. I know I might have also mentioned in the beginning of my channel that I am a student and I have been taking a break. I know that I told you around the beginning of summer, that I would be going back to school during summertime. Well, I started the classes and it just did not feel right. The teachers, were great, but one of them had like a vocal thing that was bothering me. It was just like a sound that she would make with her voice. It was an online class too, so I would need to listen to her talk for a very long time, and I could tell that that would just be really hard to do for 3 months. But I had just started my YouTube channel and everything, and so I wanted to take the summer and just relax and make videos, and I really enjoyed it. But I do have plans for the future, and YouTube is not in I don't think it's in my cards to do this full time anytime soon. And so going back to school is still something that I plan on doing, and that is going to be good for me and my future. And so I just registered for my classes today, so I'm really excited about that. And I know it's going to be really difficult to be piling things on top of my already overwhelmed brain, but it's all part of the process. Like I said, growth comes from discomfort, and I am learning how to manage my time and how to be better, more well-rounded, and just how to balance things better. So one of the classes that I'm going to be taking is math, and math is kind of something that I struggle with the most. And then after that, I'm taking a writing class. So the writing class is going to be online, but the math class is going to be in person. And I think that's going to be pretty perfect for me. I don't have my associate's degree, but I'm working to get my associate's degree. I feel like I have a very long way to go, but in reality, I have about a year, which is like a very long time. And so I am a computer science student. I really do enjoy coding and web design and all of that kind of fun stuff. Although I don't feel like I fit the molds exactly as far as everything I've seen and everyone that I've seen that goes into the field, they're all very obviously computer driven. They tend to like, video games and be a little bit more introverted. I don't know, I just feel a little bit, I don't feel like I belong all the time, when I talk to people that are, my peers that are other computer science students. And so sometimes I tend to get pretty bad like imposter syndrome as far as school goes as well, because I definitely do feel like an imposter. I feel like somebody that doesn't belong there. I don't feel smart enough. But I know it's easy to feel like my life is over and that I have not done anything with my life, but I'm only 25. I think that's because I had to grow up really quickly, and that's a story for another day. But I am only 25 and I still have time to figure out what I want to do with my life, and my kids are going to be leaving the nest at some point. They're going to grow up and have a family of their own, and what am I going to be left with? I'm going to be left with my husband. So my husband and hopefully a career that I've built for myself. And so that's something that I'm really working on, and I really want to stay focused on the path because I know that it's the right one. I know that this season is just a season. It's not my forever. This is not going to be my whole life, and I know that I'm not meant to be a stay-at-home wife forever. Stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom forever. And so I'm really excited for going back to school and getting just feeling productive. Although I do feel productive when I make these videos, but they're really just emotional support and a very, very part-time income. I'll tell you here because it's kind of, we're just chatting, but my first YouTube paycheck was $104 and some change. And so that's amazing. And I love that I was able to make money from my channel. But in the real world, that's not enough to live on. So obviously growth comes with consistency and everything, but that's not the main goal here. That's not the purpose behind my videos. And so I don't really even count that as anything, because it's fun money and it's just something I'm really excited about, but this is not my career path plan. Yeah, I was gonna make a video on about how much I made on my first month on YouTube, but a lot of those videos that I was watching are mostly, tips and tricks kinds of videos, and I don't feel like I have the correct amount of like expertise in order to make that video. I don't feel like I know enough to be advising people on what to do. Even though I did it quickly, I don't know, I don't feel like that would be something that I would be cut out for. So I think I'm just gonna do maybe put some thought into it and create a video that's maybe how much I made in 6 months on YouTube, and kind of just get a 6 month update, but just like things that I did and learned that I think helped me reach monetization so quickly. Good enough. As far as the pantry goes, I'm just going to be taking things down one by one as I'm decluttering. Something that I've been trying to do is take all of the things out of the space and then clean it and then put them back. And then I go through everything afterwards. Everything else that's left over that needs to find another home or be donated. In this area, this is all food. It should be all food. Okay, it's not all food right now, but it should be all food. So I'm taking everything down. I go through it, get rid of everything that is expired, looks strange, or I know that we're not going to eat it, maybe because we didn't like it, or it's just not something that's going to suit us. So yeah, I do that, and then after I took everything down, I cleaned it off, vacuumed it, wiped it down, and I'm going to be reorganizing it back onto the shelf. It looks pretty full when I'm done here, and that's because I had been storing food in random places throughout the kitchen because this shelf was so cluttered. And so it made me really happy to see this shelf nice and full with all of the food that I had found throughout the kitchen. I think it's really funny because it goes to show how much I didn't realize what we had in the kitchen. Because as I'm going through things, I ended up finding 3 separate containers of cashews, all pretty much full. I must have been to the store a couple times and thought, oh, I need cashews. I don't have any more cashews. And I must have done that 3 times because I had 3 full containers of cashews. So we will not be out of those anytime soon. And I just thought it was really, really funny and kind of a reality check as far as how much I need to pay more attention and be more organized. But I am really excited to get a lot of other stuff done in the kitchen. My next big project is going to be the shelf that has all of our like Tupperware I'm really excited to get through all of that and like match them with their lids, get rid of any extra lids because, plastic containers they break and so you have to like declutter the lids. I find that the lids break less often than the like bowl part. Anyways, I'm really excited to keep growing my YouTube channel and creating content that serves me and is good for me and my family. So I'm trying to think of everything that needs done in my house. Like I just said, the shelf with all of the Tupperware needs decluttered and my room needs decluttered or my clothes or whatever. I'm trying to turn those things into content so that I can stay accountable and keep moving. I've noticed recently that I've continued to just slack on YouTube because, I mean, filming is fun and I like doing that part. But then when I'm rewatching things, I get really self-critical and I start to nitpick things about like, this shirt that I'm wearing looks terrible on me or whatever. And then the editing process takes so long and I have my son trying to grab the keys. Well, it's just, I get negative, and when I start to get negative, things don't turn out the way that I want them to. And so I'm really, really, really at this like crossroads because I really want to create more content and in turn grow my channel. But also, I need to balance that with having a positive mindset and not letting myself get so negative. I'm really grateful to have this YouTube channel because I didn't realize how beneficial it would be to my mental health and to my thought processes. It's really nice to be able to just talk things through, just to speak them out loud. It really helps bring me a lot of mental clarity, especially when I feel like my channel has no purpose and that the words that I speak have no weight. So again, thank you so much for being here for me and hanging out with me while I get things turned around for the better and I get to improve myself, and I'm really happy that I get to share that with you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been talking for way too long, and I still feel like I didn't say anything worthwhile, but I do feel better. I feel like I've just talked to my best friend for 30 minutes, and it is a relief on my mind. I just want to say thank you for listening to me talk and rant and just chat while I get the house in order somewhat slowly, piece by piece. It's not perfect in the end. It's not aesthetic by any means, but it is better. And that's all I'm striving to do is be better. If I make one thing better every day, that's enough for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I love you with my whole entire heart and I will talk to you very soon. If you're interested in any kind of crochet content, because I do have a crochet channel, as that's something that I've leaned into heavily recently and have been attempting to start a little crochet business, but I'll leave the link for the crochet channel in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. There's no videos on it, but who knows? Maybe when you're listening to this, there might be. I also got a P.O. box, so that's really exciting if you want to send me some mail. The P.O. box number and the address is in the description as well. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!